Hello, you're welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time of being here, you're welcome. My name is Adenike Jimo. It's nice to see you join our community of people with purpose. And if you want to know when the next video will drop, please click on the notification bell so that you'll be notified. And if you have watched any of my videos and you really like it, please don't forget to share. Don't forget to click that like button. That'll be very nice of you. Okay, so today I'm going to be talking about something that I really want us to think about it and look at it critically. Well, it may really look as if, it's something that is trending if you're watching it now. But it's something that I think that beyond the fact that it's trending, we really need to look at some other salient areas and also silent areas, okay? Recently, Nigeria, West Africa experienced the sudden shock, a shock of the passing away of a gospel minister in person of Osinachi Nwachukwu. Now, this woman is her song is beautiful. She's a very strong, when she sings with the whole of her heart. She sings so well. If you've watched any of the videos where she's ministry, you really realize that, the people that are listening to her song, they are moved. It's beyond just the sweetness of the song. In fact, recently I actually heard one woman describing it as, she sings in Igbo language, and even people that don't understand the Igbo language are moved by her song. Now, news have it that she had been a victim of domestic violence, and for now it's even being said that she actually died as a result of the domestic violence. It's so sad that all this started coming out, after she had died. And now, what people are talking about is, domestic violence. Why did she suffer domestic violence? Why didn't she leave? What kind of husband did she have? Who had pulled her heard? And so many things about domestic violence. It's a good conversation, and I strongly believe that the conversation should continue. We need to continue discussing about gender-based violence, all right? Not just against women, but even against men that experience such, and not just physical violence, but also any form of violence, emotional violence, verbal violence, whatever it is. But today, that's not really what I'm here to talk about. There are some other areas of this woman that I think that we really also need to start looking at. But before I get into that woman, her story, I want to tell you another story of a surgeon who's there's actually a story about a surgeon who was called to the emergency department to attend to a child who was critically ill. Now, when he got there, he got in late, and on his arrival, he met an irate father. The father was so upset. He was raining abuses. He was so irritated. He was so angry with the surgeon and all that. But the surgeon kept his calm. He allowed the man to go on and on and on and on. And what he just did simply was he apologized and then went ahead into the surgery to attend to the child. Some moments later, he came out and he met the father and he said, "Your son will be fine. He'll be doing fine. Recovery will be, very good." And shortly after that, he left. Again, the father was so angry, as in how nonsensical, let me use that word, can this surgeon be? First, he arrives late, then he just goes in, does what he wants to do, and then he's just coming out, telling that everything is going to be fine, and then he leaves almost immediately. What kind of surgeon is he? And he went on and on and on and on. Until one of the nurses now approached father and said, "Excuse me, sir, this surgeon that you have been just raining abuses on, we actually called him from his son's funeral. He was attending his son's funeral, and he left that to attend to your son. So he has gone back to continue with the funeral. Wow. At that point in time, that father, he kept quiet. So what exactly am I telling you? How does this link up with Osinachi Nwachukwu? They served people in spite of what they were going through. People have their in spite of stories. I don't know who you are, but if you are the kind of person that you sacrifice so much, and despite the things that you're going through, you still take out the time to actually meet other people at their needs, in spite of what you're going through, kudos to you. It takes a lot of courage to actually do this. It shows the goodness of your heart. It shows how large your heart is. It shows your ability to actually persevere, to endure. It shows the height of your emotional stability and emotional intelligence. I'm not saying that people should, stay in domestic violence as it had occurred to Osinachi. But what I'm saying is this, that while we're talking about what she went through, we need to start celebrating what she did in spite of what she was going through. And just like that surgeon, who in spite of the fact that he was going through his own pain of burying his own son, that did not deter him from attending to another man's son. In fact, in the midst of being condemned for coming late, for being so, fast in leaving and all that, he kept his calm. Whoever you are, people may not know the sacrifices that you are going through. People may not know what you had to, endure, what you're actually, persevering. People may not know how many miles you need to get through to get to where you are and to actually serve them or to do something for them. But you know what? The fact that I'm talking about it today is my own way of telling you that you're doing well. It is a lot of courage. It is a lot of pain, but you're doing well. And you should commend yourself for that. People may not tell you that you're doing well. People may not celebrate you, but you should celebrate yourself. That's your in spite of. And in spite of everything that is going on around you, your ability to move above that and be good to other people is greatness. So this is me telling you today that you are great. You are good. You have a large heart. I don't know what your in spite of story is, but then please take it from me that someday the sun will shine and somebody will reward you for what it is that you're doing. And if nobody ever rewards you, remember that there's a divinity, there's God above who sees all the things that you do and who will reward that which no human being can reward. I hope this video has inspired you to persevere. I'm not saying persevere and continue to stay in bad or unhealthy relationships. No, I'm saying that wherever it is they are serving people from, you're in spite of position, please endure and continue to do good. Come out of it. If you need to come out of it, you don't have to stay in a bad relationship. Please get me right. I'm not saying you stay in a bad relationship because you want to continue to serve people. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying that sometimes you just need to be as calm as that surgeon and know that someday somebody will tell your story to those people who do not understand. Till we'll see again, I do wish you the very best, and I hope that one day somebody will tell your story of your in spite of. Take care of yourself.